Hey there, Julie Alstrup in Leadership Accelerator for Women. Thank you so much for tuning in. Not sure if you are joining me live or if you are joining me afterwards, but I am really glad you are here today. I am not in my usual space. I am at my daughter and her family's house, and this is my grandson's room, where just moments ago, actually not in here, this is our our teenager grandson, I should say. Uh, we were hunting for Legos downstairs, the quest for the Legos. So, what I'd like to share with you this evening, I've got a question for you. I'm wondering if you are in a place of love and abundance, or are you in a place of scarcity and fear? Now, I want to make sure that I'm live. There we are. I want to make sure. Okay, good. So I'm Julie Elstrup. I'm the founder and CEO of Leadership Accelerator for Women, where I empower experienced women to show up and live our lives with purpose, on purpose, using proven practices so that you can show up with more clarity, more satisfaction, and more money. You are here to do important work, and if you're ready, I can help. It's a decision that only you can make. So coming back to this, living in a place of love and abundance or scarcity and fear, go ahead and type in where you're coming from. And if you're coming from love and abundance, that's amazing. I hope there's something else that I can share with you today that maybe you can even up-level that. So Simon Sinek has one of the most watched TED Talks of all time, and he talks about and shares that we should start with why. What is our why? Why do our potential clients buy from us? Why are we attracted to specific relationships? But I believe that it goes a little bit deeper than that. I believe that we start with I, not this I, but I, ourselves. And in my 2020 TED Talk, I share about the transformation that happens when women allow themselves to be seen, to show up for themselves in front of the camera. Now, my TED Talk is not nearly as watched as Simon Sinek's. Maybe you can go watch it after this and we'll get those numbers up there a little bit. No, I'm only teasing. But the deeper I is what I'd like to dive into today. And the work that I've done with women in portrait photography has really helped me to dive deeper into this and explore it and come up with some ways that we can really change the way we see ourselves. So I believe that there are a lot of women that don't show up for ourselves in our lives because we've lost sight of our why. And I know that that happened for me. It's not our fault. I know that you've heard the statistics. Less than 2% of women businesses reach the $1 million mark. 10% of CEOs at the beginning of this year of Fortune 500 companies are women, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The amount that we make on the dollar as compared to men is abysmally low. So here's the thing. Not our fault, but it is our problem. And it's something that only I can change and you can change. As women, we are the only ones who can change this, and we can change it together, which is the good news. You don't have to do it alone. Our community is a place of powerful women who grow together and create a world where we can show up fully and in our brilliance. And I offer a powerful set of proven practices in the STARS curriculum that you might have heard about, where we focus on self-value, transformation, alignment, which is what I'm going to be talking a little bit about this evening. Also, we've got an event coming up later this month about alignment, release, and service. And my deeper why came from this exact exercise that I'm going to share with you, as well as the work that I've done as a portrait photographer specializing in women. Because I have heard so many women say, I hate to be photographed, I hate how I look in pictures, I'm not photogenic. Things that we would never say to our mothers, daughters, sisters, best friends. So this exercise that I'm going to share with you this evening will move you away from stress, fear, and scarcity to love and abundance. It's a jumping off point, I believe, for creating a big, bold and brilliant vision for your life and for your business, because I believe that you deserve to have all your heart desires. Because if our dreams and goals are big enough, it will scare us, and there will be days, or maybe even longer, when you do feel scared. You might feel defeated and tired. But when you tap into your deeper why, when we tap into our deeper why, it keeps us going, even on our most difficult days. So we're going to go through this practice right now. And if you are interested in having a download, type Y in the comments. And if you are interested in hopping on a quick call to learn more about us working together, go ahead and type now in the comments. And we'll just see if it's a good fit. You know me, I'm not any pressure. This is all about seeing if it aligns, if it's right for you right now. So we're going to begin our practice this evening with something that I love to do, and filling our bodies with a deep breath. We're going to take 3 deep breaths, sit up nice and tall. Like I said, I'm in a different space, so it's a little different. Get firmly grounded with your feet on the floor, back nice and straight. Nice deep breath all the way in from the bottoms of your feet to the top of your head. Deep breath in and exhale. One more time, deep breath in from the bottom of your feet. Feel that breath coming all the way up through your solar plexus, your chest, to the top of your head. And exhale. One more time, fully grounded into the earth. Deep breath in and exhale. Now what I'd like you to do is I would like you to write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And this is how I'd like, one of them I would like for them to be a trait or characteristic or quality about yourself. And we're not really used to doing this, taking time for self-gratitude. And I'd like for you to write it as a statement, beginning with, I am grateful for. So you're going to write down 3 things that you're grateful for. One of them being, I am grateful for, and my gratitude today is I'm grateful for my sense of adventure and courage. And then I'd like you all to also write your gratitude in the chat. It's kind of brave, but I want you to write what you are grateful for about yourself in the chat. Just say, I am grateful for, and I'll put mine in there later too. And I'm going to be quiet for just a few moments while you can write your gratitudes. So now your body is filled with nice life-affirming breath, and your brain is primed with gratitude. You are ready for receptivity and abundance. And I would like you to write down what it is you desire for your life, your family, your relationships, or your business. And I want you to think big, dream big, because the universe, God, wants you to have all you desire. You are not given a dream with also being given all that you need to create the object of your desire. So whatever it is that you want, if it's a strong, loving relationship with a person, if it's a new job, if it's a beautiful home on the beach, whatever it is, go ahead and write it down, and write it down as if it is already here. And mine for today is, I am the founder and CEO of a massively successful global business. I also am on stage speaking in front of thousands of people. And as we do this, this is the 7 levels of why. And I'm going to have you go ahead and write down your first why, what it is that you desire. And then I'd like for you to answer the question, why? Now, I've spent the day with my 4-year-old grandson. He has the day off, and he says why hundreds of times a day. But I want you to go a little bit deeper and answer the why for you. And then I'd like you to do that again, whatever the answer is to the next thing. Why is that important? And then the next thing, why is that important? And I'd like you to go ahead and do that 7 times. And for me, when I got to my 7th why, my 7th why is that I live in a world, it's important. Why is that important? It's important because I live in a world where every woman lives to her fullest potential while living her life on purpose with purpose. Now, I may not have given you enough time to go through all of the whys, the 7 layers, 7 levels of why. So go ahead and feel free to rewatch this, and you can pause it during the 7 levels of why. And here's the thing, my friend. You are bright, and you are bold, and you are beautiful, and you deserve all your heart desires. So this is part of our alignment practice in the STARS program. I bring a lot of these things together because I want it to be an accelerated program. It's a 7-week program. So part of this alignment is really your deepest why. Now, you may want a house on the beach. You may want a fast car, a luxury car, whatever it is, whatever you want, it is okay to want it. It is okay to desire it. And when you get to your 7th level of why, that will be the reason that keeps you going on days when it's hard. And the reality is it doesn't have to be hard. You can move with grace and abundance. You can move away from fear and anxiety, and you can move into love and abundance and have all that your heart desires. I thank you for tuning in today. One of our first workshops is going to be April 19th, I believe. Yes, April 19th at 5 p.m. It's going to be on Zoom. It's going to be a workshop where we do more alignment practices, more work together. We really dive deep. We take some time from 5 p.m. Mountain Time to 6 p.m. Mountain Time on April 19th. April 19th, I am looking forward to seeing you there. Go ahead and put that date, April 18th, April 19th, sorry. Put April 19th in the chat if you'd like. I can send you a link to that as well. And again, go ahead and type your gratitude for the woman you are, the characteristic or trait. I'm going to put mine in there. And thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, you deserve all your heart desires. And if there's anything that I can do to help you, I'm Julie Alstrup with the Leadership Accelerator for Women. Thank you so much for joining me today.